What we're seeing is people across this country are realizing that education is not merely about, making servants for the economy. Education is about so much more than that. And in the Catholic tradition, education is about making students into saints who can know, love, and serve God. And so the way I usually describe the difference between classical education and modern education is in its purpose. There are, curricular differences and there are methodological differences, but the real difference at the core is the purpose of education. Modern education wants to create servants for our economy, and classical education wants to create authentically free people. And
I
for
love
Catholics,
that. What you just said, that is so well stated. Say that one more time. I think that I haven't heard it said like that before, but that is beautiful. And that's actually quite profound when you think about it. So just say it again and then break it
sure.
open for us.
Yeah. So I got this from Father Peter Millward, a
No.
Jesuit.
Make pretend you came up with it. Make pretend this was, I was praying and another epiphany and the Lord gave it to me. All right, go ahead. Attribute it to the person you need to. Go ahead.
So Father Peter Millward, he said that education is not for training servants for the economy. It's for forming a free man. Mm-hmm. And that resonates with me because in the Gospel of John, our Lord says, anyone who sins is a slave to sin. And so he invites us to freedom. And ultimately, that freedom has to be used to pursue truth, goodness, and beauty, and to know God and love him so that we can love him forever in the next life. But we don't want to be servants of the economy. It's not just about what career you're going to get into. It's not about what college you're going to go to so much as it is about what kind of person are you going to become.
Yeah. Well, and Luke, that's a conversion, right? It's a conversion of mindset because so many high schools lead with we're college prep high schools. Yeah. And well, what are you preparing them for? To go to college for what purpose? Why go to college, right? I'm not against college. I've got kids in college. But what college and why? And what's the purpose of that school? And then what's the purpose of that degree? It keeps trailing further downstream, or you have to keep tracing it back to, wait a minute, what is this all about? And language that my wife and I will regularly use is around identity and purpose. I'm called to be a saint, and I'm called to fulfill the God-given mission that he has planted me on earth in this moment to fulfill. And if we can keep those two things in mind, how is this helping our kids become a saint, growing in holiness? How is this going to help them discern and become equipped to fulfill the God-given mission that is theirs? It is incredibly refreshing to be able to have kids, your kids, my kids, our kids, go to a school, an academy that has that in mind. It is incredibly refreshing and fundamentally important.
That's right. And it's all based on what you think the human person is. If you think the human person is nothing more than a cog in a machine, well, then modern education will serve you well. But if you think the human person was destined for relationship with God and was destined for communion with the divine, then that changes everything. And it changes what you think education is. It's all based on what your anthropology is. What do you think the human person is?